Hyunsu help you out?
Oh
like
yeah.
deciding the team or things like that?
So Hyunsu and I, when he played for Baltimore, or when we played for Baltimore, we actually were really good friends, and we spent a lot of time together. Every time we went on a road trip, we would go out to dinner, and we'd find the Korean place in the town that we were, and we would go out to dinner. And he's just such a good guy, and for whatever reason, we clicked, and I kind of watched out for him when we were in the States, and made sure that he was treated fairly and that he was taken care of, and he knew he always had somebody in me that he could trust. And so when I came to Korea, and obviously us being on the same team, he's done the same thing for me, and then some. He still takes me out to Korean restaurants, and we still, if there's ever a question I have, he's always there for me, and he's a great friend. He's amazing. Like, he's an amazing player, and I don't think he was really appreciated for how good he is when he was in America. I just don't think he got the opportunity that he deserved. I think he could stay here in America, and he could have had an amazing career, but I just don't think he was given the best opportunity, which, that's a conversation for another time, but he's a special player.
I think you didn't receive the right opportunity too.
Yeah.
Because you were one of the top prospects,
Mm-hmm.
and you did really good when you were at the big league game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was frustrating, but that's the business side of baseball, and it's the way it goes sometimes. You have to take advantage of the opportunities that you have and try to not let the variables that you can't control impact your mindset. But in 3 years, I went up and down 15 times.
That's a lot.
It is a lot. And so it just was, never really felt invested in. I never felt like the team really cared about me. And that's okay. That's okay. It just, eventually it really starts to wear on you. And when you're not put in a position to succeed, it's really hard to. Baseball, the Major League Baseball is incredibly difficult. And if you have all those other external variables affecting you, it makes it even harder to succeed.
And I have spring camp for the first time with the Korean team. How was it?
Yeah, it was different. So spring training in the States is a little bit shorter, and people kind of show up, and we have a little bit of team workout, and everybody does what they need to. There's a lot of individual work. There's obviously a lot of team drills and certain fundamentals that we have to do, but in terms of your weight training, your running, conditioning, your throwing program, everybody does their own thing. Whereas in Korea, there's just a lot more structure. There's more stretching, there's more team conditioning, there's more team fundamentals, and it was all great. It just was different. So
Able to choose what you do, or you have to follow the team schedule?
So the way that I feel about it, the team was very receptive to if I wanted to stop or if I wanted to do less, what you need to do. They were very respectful of that. But the way that I see baseball, the way that I see my team is that if they're doing something, I want to be doing it with them. And I don't want any special treatment, or I don't want to abstain from anything that they're doing. If they're running for 45 minutes and they're in pain, I want to be running for 45 minutes and be in pain right there with them, because the only thing that matters to me as a player is the respect of my teammates. And I want them to know that I care about them, and anything that they're going through, I'm right there with them, because that situation presents itself later in the year where somebody's struggling or going through something difficult, and I try to be there as a friend or as a leader or to help them. If I haven't been there beside them every step of the way, why are they going to listen to me or trust me then? So that's my philosophy.
What was the first thing you noticed in terms of culture? Like cultural difference?
Just respect. Just the total, the respect for your elders, the respect for people older than you, the coaches. There was never any question, there's never any doubts. It's what they say goes, and I admire that. I wish that there was more of that in American culture. I think that respecting people of higher position is important, but sometimes we think that we know everything, right? We think that we have had more experience than the coach or our boss or whatever, when that's just not true. The humility and respect in Korean culture is a beautiful thing. I think that's why everybody's so kind and friendly and gets along so well, because it's based about respect and there's a standard there, and I love that.
Where is your least favorite to pitch?
Least favorite place to pitch? Probably KT.
Suwon?
Yeah, Suwon.
Why?
It's a pretty stadium. I give up a lot of runs there.
Oh,
They hit me
history.
really good. Yeah, history. And Hanwha's second stadium, Daejeon.
Cheongju. Daejeon is the
Cheongju.
first one.
Yeah, yeah.
Cheongju is
Cheongju.
It's
It's tiny. It is so small. So small. So probably those two. But I like all the stadiums, honestly. I really do.
Who speaks the best English?
The best English.
I mean, you can speak with him without translator.
Without a translator, I would say probably Changyu.
Im Chan-gyu.
Im Chang-gyu. Yeah, he speaks really good English. He tries very hard to speak English too. Like when we're sitting in the dugout, a lot of times he'll ask me certain words. He'll teach me Korean words. I'll teach him American words.
What
or
are the
English
Korean words that he taught you?
Oh man, I can't.
Bad words.
No bad words. No, don't teach me any bad words. I don't know. He taught me some random things. When during the game, I'd ask him what this
about the
means.
baseball.
So yeah, I can read Korean. Like I can read the symbols, but I don't know what I'm saying.
Mhm.
So I would read the stadium, like the signs in the stadium, and ask him what
this
that
is.
meant. Yeah.
That's nice. And
Yeah.
except Chan-gyu, who would be the second?
Oh, Kimmy speaks good English. Like Kim Hyun-soo, he speaks good English. Like, he lived in America for a few years, so he obviously speaks good English. I would say that Chang Yu tries the hardest. Like he really wants to speak English, and so anytime we talk, and then where Kimmy probably knows just as much, he just speaks Korean more because we always have a translator to be able to talk. So.
Then who would be the worst?
The worst at English? Oh man. Oh, thank you. I'm gonna say this is a joke. I'm gonna say Lee Hyung Jung because he actually does speak English,
Yeah.
and it's just funny because he gets really nervous or
Oh,
embarrassed
when he
when he speaks English. So I'm saying that just to poke fun at him, but I love Lee Hyung Jung. He's so funny, and he tries. He just gets embarrassed when he tries to speak English. And then another thing that I said the wrong word, or I almost said the wrong word, was I like Jordan shoes. And one of my teammates loves Jordans as well. And so Chung Sang-ho, he loves
Oh, the
Jordans.
catcher.
Yeah. And or Sang-ho Young, sorry. He makes me say Young. Sang-ho Young. Sang-ho Young. I told him that I liked his shoes, and I was saying, Shinbao, that I really liked them. And if you change that word a little bit,
It's a bad word.
It's a really bad word. And so he kind of got mad. I think maybe I didn't announce it or pronounce it appropriately, but.
So you said like 신발 좋아.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
So it's just
Yeah. So he knew what I was saying, but
Yeah.
it was just.
DTD. You know what that is?
I don't know that.
DTD means down, team down.
Oh no. But this past year we were really good in the first half, and then the second half we didn't play well. So we're gonna have to change that.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to change that this year.
And
We're definitely gonna have to be a UTU team this year.
Yeah.
We need to work on that because we have a really good team. We have a really good team. I believe in our team, and I think that we're gonna be really good this year. We just if we could have played well in the second half, we would have been right there and had a chance for the Korean series, but didn't have a good second half.